when you apply this downswing transition move I'm just about to show you, you'll go from here, coming down steep, to here, coming down shallow. Sound good? Keep watching. Now, to play good golf, you need to shallow out that downswing, especially the most important part is in your downswing. We need to go from not coming down steep like this, but coming down here gives you the best chance of getting through to the golf ball impact and playing great golf. A great feel for doing this is to think about how your right wrists work for a right-hander. When you're opening a door, you're turning like this, you're turning the doorknob like that. If I grab a golf club, hold it up, and do that same motion, you'll see the club naturally wants to shallow out or flatten out. The mass is falling behind me. So in a golf swing, if I turn that doorknob like that, the club shallows out and I get through to impact. Now the trick is a lot of golfers get this wrong. When they turn like this, they turn their wrists with no extension and it'll look like this with the palm right up to the sky, and that gives you, that's a very open club face. You don't want that. That'll lead to more problems. So from this angle, you see my wrist here, it's very flat, completely straight. We need to have extension in that trail wrist. So from this angle, so really important when you do that move, like you're turning a doorknob, you maintain that wrist angle, which keeps this club face, let's get to here, keeps the club face square to the path that you're going through to the golf ball. It's not much point shallowing it if you have that face open. Really important that you get that extension in that wrist and you're maintaining that through to impact. Let me show you something really cool with a phone, how you can practice this. Just got a mobile phone here. Another way you can practice this is getting your stance over the ball. If I do it incorrectly, I'm starting my downswing and I extend that trail wrist, or if I just straighten it, I should say, that phone will face right to the sky. That's an open club face. You don't want that. Instead, you want to get in a position where as you're shallowing, you're turning that doorknob, the camera here, the phone, is pointing right back towards you at the camera there. That's a good visual of how you want it. And that's a square club face. And from there, you can get through to impact. Now, the benefits of this are absolutely huge. This will start, if you're someone that flips at present, if you're someone that comes down and the wrists tend to take over and you flip and you're trying to lift the golf ball, if you can practice this, and I encourage you to do this with me. If you can do this and then just get your rotation, you'll be much less likely to want to flip. You can hold those wrist angles a lot longer and get through to impact. It's the same motion. A lot of golf carries on to other sports. If I'm throwing a ball, I'm not going to throw it like this with a really flat wrist. I'm not going to throw it like that. That's going to be no power. I'm going to be doing this, bending that wrist like that, extending it, and then I'm going to be releasing it. So bending it and releasing it. Golf is no different, exactly the same. So if I get over a ball, I'm getting to the top, turning that doorknob. Now the other benefit this has, squares that face, it gives you some external rotation with the trail shoulder. Internal rotation does this, comes down steep, but with this little turning the doorknob move, you'll actually get external rotation with this trail shoulder. And what that does, helps you shallow, helps you get to there, bang, straight through to an excellent impact position. Really powerful, really powerful. Now, there's a couple of different ways I'd like you to practice this, so check this out. Now, depending on where you are in your golf swing, you might have to do this a couple of different ways. You might have to do it as a manual feel, and that would be to get to the top of the golf swing and really feel your wrists. Just getting that wrist movement moving out like that, turning that doorknob through to here. Especially this will be something, if you're someone that's swung down steep your whole life, or you've casted and you've had a big slice or a big pull, you're probably going to need to spend some time training your wrists, especially getting a light grip pressure. A lighter grip pressure will help. Lighter grip pressure. to there, through to impact. I would prefer, and again, it depends on where you're at in your golf swing. Every golfer is different. But this little move at the top, I would prefer it comes as a reaction to the pivot and to the transition. So as we're just finishing our backswing, we're starting our downswing, I would prefer it happens as a result of that move, as a result of that changing of direction. Those wrists will do that little move to there. So from this angle, this would be ideal, but it's going to depend on where you're at with your golf swing. So as you get up to here, there. Club shallows, this works with every club in the bag, not just irons, your driver, your hybrids, your other woods, your fairway woods, through to impact. Really powerful. Remember, that light grip pressure will help you out and encourage you to work on your pivot to help get that move. But again, depends on where you're at in your golf swing. Let me show you a really cool little drill you can practice to really build this downswing transition move into your game. All right, here's a simple drill you can practice at home, at the range, even as a pre-shot routine. Obviously, without hitting a ball, you can work on this, and this helps get this nice little shallowing move that we just spoke about. So what I want you to do, grab your club, you're going to get to the top of your backswing. Now, the first thing you're going to do is just pause, and we're just going to get to there. And you're just going to slowly let those arms and hands, as you rotate, come down. And we're just going to pump it a few times and then swing through. Great little drill. Really gets your body feeling what shallowing is like. To there. Just pumping it. When you build up a bit of confidence, go ahead and hit one. Not trying to hit this very hard at all. Just nice and simple, nice and easy. Let's get over one. We'll get to the top. We'll get to there. 2 and 3. Nice little, really solid strike there. Really felt like I was shallowing it and getting through the ball. Obviously making sure we're getting that pivot, we're getting that, as we shallow, we need to get rotating, get our pressure into our lead side and through to impact. Give that a try. I know that will help you out. Leave me a comment if you have any questions, anything about that video that did not make sense. I've got an important video that you need to watch next. Now, this talks about the hand path in the downswing. So make sure you watch that video. It's coming up.